Live.
Yes. Okay.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to this fourth day of our Mavin festival. And today we'll be looking at how we move from inner fragmentation to a state of inner coherence. And before we go to our first speaker of the day, I will be inviting Nupurji because without her, it's like her word, without her affirmation for the evening, we cannot move forward. So over to you, Nupurji.
Not like that. I'm just here to share my thoughts about tea leaf reading, so that we have some uh, guidance from universe, what they want to say, what cosmos want to tell us or guide us. So let's move on to tea leaf reading. And I have tea leaf reading card, and I will shuffle it. And for today, I will take out 3 cards, and let me shuffle and cut. And first card is gong. Gong. Gong is, it is an exciting event today. And really, it will be a very exciting event today. Today is fourth day, and something new is going to come. And next card is door. Door. Door is, opportunities are waiting for you so that you can transform your life. There are beautiful and enlightened speaker coming today. So you are going to open the door and welcome them inside you. And inside you, all the teachings or the knowledge that they are going to share. And lastly, the third card is butterfly. Beautiful butterfly. It says, change is for better. So we are going to change today, transform our life, and move on with this day of 13th Mavin Festival. Thank you very much. Over to Minuji.
Thank you, Nupurji, much. So definitely we need to take those steps towards bring in those changes from within. And that is what this festival is all about. So moving from that inner fragmentation to inner coherence. So when we want to move from there, the first thing that we need to develop is a self-acceptance, self-love. So our first speaker, Meena Anandji, she's going to introduce herself, so I don't need to do that. And she's going to talk about self-love and self-acceptance. So I invite you, Meena ji, please, over to you.
Pranam to everybody. All I can say, I'll be giving my self-introduction because I'm so humble. I don't have anything to give in writing to others that I have published these many books, I've been coach and all. Actually, I am a spiritual seeker and answering my soul calling. And basically, anytime I was writing a poem, it would come, what is the purpose of my life? Who am I? Why I have been sent to this planet? And what I can bring about the change. So many poems I've written, Anand Ki Khoj. I'll just read out 2-3 lines, and which says, Anand ki khoj mein kyun bhatak rahi hu main? And actually, people laugh because my last name is Anand. They say, you already have Anand. Why you are bhatkoing? But the thing is, I'm looking for bliss, eternal bliss, where you don't want to come out that phase. So in that I wrote, आप सबके अंदर बैठे इस बुद्धा को आमंत्रण निमंत्रण दे रही हूं मैं एक सच्चे गुरु की अभिलाषा में आमंत्रण आपको दे रही हूं मैं आनंद की खोज में अब क्यों भटक रही हूं मैं प्रणाम नमस्कार. And I'll give my introduction through my poem. And this poem is Who Am I? Many versions I have written. The newer one also includes 5 sacred elements that we are made up of. In Hindi, we say Bhagwan, Bha, Bhumi, Ga, Gagan, Va, Vayu, A, Akash, and Na, Neer. So, based on that, I was inspired to write. And I write in Hindi, and my flow comes in Hindi. Although I have equal proficiency in both languages, there is English translation. So, basically, I'll be reading my first poem, which is Main Kaun. ये प्रश्न मेरे अंतर मन में बार बार उठता है, मेरे अस्तित्व की गहराई में हलचल करता है। क्या किसी की बहन, किसी की बेटी, किसी की प्रेमिका, या कभी एक पत्नी, जीवन भर की संगनी। मैं किसी की माँ भी हूँ, कभी, और एक सच्ची सहेली। पर क्या यही मेरा संपूर्ण परिचय है? क्या यही मेरी पहचान है? इसका अंत यही है? मैं कौन? इन प्रश्नों के आवेश में कभी डगमगाई, कभी संभली हूं मैं। इन रिश्तों की परिभाषाओं में अपना बहुत नाम ढूंढा, किंतु आत्मा तो कुछ और ही कहती है। मैं कौन? Here I acknowledge five sacred elements that we all are made up of, and this universe is made up of, Earth is made up of. So I say, in मैं जीवन के 5 तत्वों में बनी परमात्मा का एक अंश हूँ। मैं प्रकृति की एक कविता हूँ, आकाश की उड़ान, धरती की जड़, अग्नि की ज्वाला, जल की शीतलता, और ना इससे कुछ कम, ना इससे कुछ ज्यादा। मैं हूँ जागृत, जीवन, ज्योतिर्मय। I am a part of divine light. This is my introduction. And we all are, for that matter. So here you are. And my little earth angel Dimple is here. She can play the PPT slideshow because we have hit the English version of that. We have used Google Lens translation. It will give some feeling and some gist about it, but in Hindi I can express better. And this is how it comes. And I take it not as an automatic writing, but more to do with divine blessing. These feelings come, and if I don't jot down, I'm not able to repeat it again. So very grateful about that. Here we are. Yes, yes. The next one, Mekon. I've already read this poem. English version is there. And then fulfilling my soul calling. So basically, what is soul calling? We all know when we feel whole about it. And in my case, I was quite confused. I went through many processes, many professions, many businesses, made money, but it did not make me feel very happy and complete from inside. And Meenu Maralji, she did my personality analysis, and she told me that my soul calling is to make people feel uplifted, appreciated, encouraged, boldly celebrating and expressing their values. So I become the medium, and people are able to express, feel uplifted, and I'm able to do that cheering. And this is what actually I do when I have to go to any function, any birthday, any weddings. I, with cash and kind or any type of gift, I also include my own personal poem written specially for them. So they feel happy, they feel very nice, and at the same time it's win-win and rewarding experience for both of us. People do appreciate our personal messages. Generic messages we can always write. If somebody dies, people write RIP, people write this. So I'm just saying, express yourself through writing. It means a lot to others, and the words carry vibration, the message carries vibration. So basically, okay, all clear? Everybody is able to listen to me, and am I clear? Just wanted to make sure at this point.
Yeah, absolutely,
Yes.
Meena. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Wonderful, wonderful. So my writing, I just write, and I told you it's just not automatic, but just I get inspired, and some divine blessing, Saraswati Ma is there. And the thing is, I read one poem about 20 some years ago when internet was there, WhatsApp was not there. Somebody sent me that Amrita S. Singh poem. And there, she was saying, God, मुझे इतनी परेशानी क्यों है? And खुदा बोलता है, ये परेशानी तो एक बहाना था, मुझे तुझे अपने करीब लाना था. When we go through parishani process, there is a process. We surrender to God. There is no other choice but faith, surrender, everything comes and things get resolved. खुदा ने कहा, ईश्वर ने कहा, ये परेशानी तो एक बहाना था, तुझे अपने करीब लाना था, मुझे सबका ख्याल रखना है, मेरे को हर इंसान को परखना है. अगर तो तुम मुझको पाना चाहोगी, कभी मुझसे जुड़ना चाहोगी, किसी रोते को अगर हंसाओगी. आई रिपीट हियर, किसी रोते को अगर हंसाओगी, मीनिंग अपलिफ्ट डजंट हैव टू बी फिजिकल क्राइंग. किसी रोते को अगर हंसाओगी, कभी न छोड़ूंगा साथ तेरा, तेरे सिर पर रहेगा सदा मेरा हाथ, तेरे सिर पर रहेगा हाथ मेरा. तो ईश्वर की ब्लेसिंग चाहिए, तो cheer up people, share your talent, share your gift, share your joys, and be 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 there for them. This is what I get the feeling. All right, now I will read my another poem. Yes, please. Do Dunya. Okay, this is inspired because I have lived in USA for almost 35 plus years, and I still feel for India. There are two worlds I feel. I'm not fully here, not fully there. So this poem is addressing the issue of self inner conflict. But to get to inner coherence, we have to acknowledge till there is nothing left to acknowledge, and at the same time, accept unconditionally. And change is the law of nature, so change is going to happen. I cannot be saying that time was good or this country is good. So based on, inspired by that, I wrote in Hindi as well as English version is there, translation I must say, not version. Do dunya. Do dunya, not in literal sense, word is one, but do dunya, भारत के लिए बोल रही हूँ, अमेरिका के लिए बोल रही हूँ, और मैं न्यूयॉर्क में बहुत टाइम स्पेंड किया है, मिड वेस्ट में भी किया है, मैनी मैनी ईयर्स, 35 ईयर्स प्लस. मैं दो दुनियाओं के बीच में खड़ी हूँ, दोनों बुलाएं, दोनों मुझे दूर करें. भारत बदल चुका है, वो नहीं जो मैंने 32-35 साल पहले छोड़ा था. अमेरिका भी बदल चुका है, वो नहीं जिसे कभी मैंने बड़ी उम्मीद से अपनाया था. We are going through a lot of changing and everybody is aware of the political scene here. अमेरिका भी बदल चुका है, वो नहीं जिसको मैंने बड़ी उम्मीद से अपनाया था. यहाँ रिश्ते नाजुक होते हैं, समुद्र के किनारे रेत के महल जैसे खूबसूरत, पर लहरों में बह जाने वाले. वहीं उस समय मैं आई एम टॉकिंग अबाउट दैट टाइम व्हेन आई लेफ्ट इंडिया. वहीं उस समय भारत में घर गहरी जड़ों वाले थे, प्यार, साथ, देखभाल, मजबूत नींव वाले बनाए गए थे. मुझे ये सब कुछ याद है, पर वो पन्नों की तरह मेरी याद से फिसल जाते हैं. क्या दुनिया बहुत तेज बदल रही है, या मैं ही बदलने में धीमी हूँ? अब मैं एक नए अकेलेपन में अटकी हुई हूँ, न पूरी तरह यहाँ, न पूरी तरह वहाँ. अब भी ढूंढ रही हूँ अपना घर इस जिंदगी के बदलते रिश्ते और किनारों के बीच में. थैंक यू. नेक्स्ट. यस. Because my friends keep asking, like, why did you leave India, why do you come here for so long? I actually, in my heart and soul, I'm so much Indian. Any Indian function happening here, like New York Independence Day parade or 26th January, I'm always at the consulate, I'm always on the float carrying and waving Indian flag. How can we not love our mother country? Tell me, is there any reason that not to love Bharat Ma? Okay, now my next poem is about Hame. And this was inspired by Gulzar. Many of you, men and women, all audience, they must be following Gulzar every now and then, or maybe heard him speak something. So he wrote something that something along those lines. I'm not saying the exact lines, but he said कि अब एक लेडी को देख के गुलजार साहब ने लिखा कि अब बालों में चांदनी बिखराने लगी हो, वजन भी बढ़ गया है, और तुम और खूबसूरत लगने लगी हो. So, it's about self acceptance. Now we are aging, gracefully aging. Of course, it's our children time. Our children have grown up. We all have to go this aging process. So, inspired by that, I wrote, and it's in English also, but I'll read the Hindi one for my audience. अब मैं परिपक्व हो चुकी हूँ. I'm not saying I'm old. I'm saying mature. अब मैं परिपक्व हो चुकी हूँ, झुर्रियाँ भी झलकाने लगी हूँ, बालों में चांदनी बिखरने लगी है, हथेलियों में कंपन महसूस करने लगी हूँ, पर लगता है अब तो मैं जीने लगी हूँ, जीवन का अमृत प्याला पीने लगी हूँ, जिंदगी की किताबें पढ़ चुकी हूँ, मशरूफियत से बिजी होने से ज्यादा मशरूफियत से ज्यादा मासूमियत पसंद करने लगी हूँ, लोगों की घर बार की चिंता छोड़ चुकी हूँ, मन मन मुस्कुराने लगी हूँ, खिलखिलाने लगी हूँ, कभी कभी खिलखिलाने लगी हूँ, अपने आप से मोहब्बत करने लगी हूँ, कि जिंदगी को और भी चाहने लगी हूँ. इन तानों बानों को, जो बंडल बैगेज लिए हुए थे, इन तानों बानों को सुलझाकर नया ही राग अपनाने लगी हूँ. हाँ, अब मैं जीने लगी हूँ, जीवन का अमृत रस पीने लगी हूँ, एक पल में सदियां जीने लगी हूँ. जैसे वो गाना था ना, रमता जोगी, एक पल में सदियां जी आया. That inspired me to write this. So grateful. Thank you. Another one, yeah, this is symbolic because I saw very close relative, their family going through conflict, lot of conflict, and they were fighting. And my sister-in-law, brother-in-law, not my neighbors. So this is inspired by that, and also in today's reference, I would say this is inspired by Western country, Western superpowers. I'm saying it's in symbolism, this poetry, West Asia conflict, and our country, Bharat, getting shortchanged for no reason. So I'm just asking God to give sadbuddhi, good sense, prevail in the leaders, so we don't live in the conflicting world. So this is inspired by that. I'll read it out again in Hindi. English translation is there, of course. कहाँ हो कहाँ हो कहाँ हो मेरे कृष्णा पुकारती तुम्हें आज की द्रौपदी आज फिर खेले जा रहे हैं चौसर आज फिर दुर्योधन हुआ है पागल सम्मान और स्वाभिमान की हो रही है जंग युधिष्ठिर और दुर्योधन के बीच खिंच गई हैं रेखाएं दुर्योधन का दुस्साहस और द्रौपदी का उपहास बनी थी जो पांचों पांडवों की नवेली सुलझा रही है ये पहेली सतयुग में कितनी जलील हुई होंगी द्रौपदियां वो थी कलयुग अब तो संघर्ष कर रही हैं कई द्रौपदी अकेली I'm just feeling that some ladies are feeling helpless, not expressing, not expressing to their family what they really want, just sacrificing themselves, bending backwards. In the end, getting so much of stress and disease. So it is my feeling goes to, and my salutation goes to people, and I want to inspire them to come out of that shell and feel free to share with people who can really guide you. There are different good groups here that we are aware of. अच्छा एक the other first day everybody was talking from fear to freedom and fear as Meenu Maral, my mentor, my guide, my confidant, my friend, she said fear is false expectations appearing real. And freedom is not a bad thing. We all go through that. But the whole purpose is just to acknowledge it. Acknowledge that you have fear. Acknowledge you are having problem accepting it. Acknowledge till there is nothing left to acknowledge, and then unconditionally accept it. Accept it. We are all human beings going for a forward journey, but at the same time, acknowledge it. There are few processes like purging and all, but at least pen it down. It's all right to pen it down in your private journal. That's why journaling is so important. So, about fear, I have gone through all this process, sometimes self neglecting, sometimes regret, sometimes fear. So, this poem is inspired by that. डर मैं हर बार जोर से नहीं कहती पर सच है मुझे डर लगता है असफल होने का डर ऑल ऑफ अस वी फियर फेलियर कोशिश करने का डर गिर जाने का डर और फिर कभी कभी सफल हो जाने का डर because once you have success there is certain expectation from family from children from society from country कि असफल ना हो जाएं तो कभी कभी असफल हो जाने का डर कभी कभी सफल हो जाने का डर होता है क्योंकि अगर मैं आगे बढ़ गई तो क्या मुझसे हर बार मजबूत रहने की उम्मीद होगी मैं बहुत सोचती हूँ बीती बातों के लिए गए फैसले के लिए दैट इज पास्ट बट आई एम होल्डिंग रिग्रेट मैं बहुत सोचती हूँ बीती बातों के लिए बीते लिए गए फैसले के लिए वो जो लम्हे अब कभी लौट के नहीं आएंगे नो एवरीबडी ऑल स्पिरिचुअल गुरु सेज लिव इन द प्रेजेंट मोमेंट पास्ट इज पास्ट कुछ दिनों में मैं अपनी ही नजर में अपने को छोटा पाती हूँ आत्मविश्वास कॉन्फिडेंस चुपचाप मेरे से फिसल जाता है and here what I'm reading is because I live in New York, I have seen professional successful beautiful women accomplishing achieved a lot. So I'm writing that, I'm comparing at this point, not jealous but envious. मैं दूसरी औरतों को देखती हूँ उनकी उड़ान उनका भरोसा और भूल जाती हूँ मेरा तो रास्ता अलग है why go into this process of juggling and comparing you are a unique soul from God, unique mind, unique body, unique thought process. So that gives me comfort. मैं सहारा ढूंढती हूँ बाहर बल्कि सच तो ये है कि मैंने खुद को अब तक बहुत संभाला हुआ है कभी मेरा उद्देश्य साफ नहीं होता कभी लक्ष्य धुंधले हो जाते हैं that means when the goal is not clear objectives are not clear we go through inner conflict जब मेरा उद्देश्य साफ नहीं होता, जब लक्ष्य धुंधले लगते हैं, मैं सब कुछ अभी, ये बातें मैं अक्सर जुबान पर नहीं लाती, तो सच कहूँ मुझे डर लगता है. So I'm acknowledging my fear, I'm acknowledging my regrets, I'm acknowledging so many things. मैं अक्सर जोर से नहीं कहती, पर ये मुझे समझ आ रहा है कि डर कमजोरी नहीं है, उलझन आना हार नहीं है, इसका मतलब है. All these sentiments if we are feeling, let's celebrate that we are alive. इसका मतलब है मैं जिंदा हूँ, मैं महसूस करती हूँ, मैं बदल रही हूँ. आज मेरे पास सारे जवाब तो नहीं हैं, लेकिन मैं यहाँ हूँ अपने खुद के साथ. आई एम एम्ब्रेसिंग माई सेल्फ एज इज बेसिस, एक्सेप्टिंग एज इज बेसिस. आज मेरे पास सारे जवाब नहीं हैं, लेकिन मैं यहाँ हूँ, खुद के साथ हूँ, कनेक्टिंग टू माई सेल्फ. एंड आज के लिए इतना ही काफ़ी है. थैंक यू. थैंक यू. यस, नेक्स्ट वन प्लीज. Yes. Okay. My last poem is one second. This I wrote about self-love. The theme today is self-love, self-acceptance. One second, please. Yes. See, I was born and raised in Agra, and my parents who used to speak Hindi, Urdu, and I have to take lozenges. Give me a minute. In the meantime, yes, you can read this, and I'll be reciting it one more time. So my dad used to speak many languages: Hindi, Urdu, Farsi, Pashto, he would say, and Punjabi. So I picked up some words from him also. And this is about Mohabbat. Actually, Mohabbat has a very romantic and Rohani meaning as well. More to do with vibration of romantic. But in my case, I'm thinking of Rohani love that is with God, like Sufi people have, these Dervish dancers have, Bulle Shah, we read about so many people, Amir Khusro. So in Hindi, I would be saying Ishwar Prem, but that's how the flow came, and I just go with the flow. अब मैं मोहब्बत करने लगी हूँ. दिस इज ऑल अबाउट सेल्फ लव. खुद से, अपने वजूद से, आइडेंटिटी से, खुद से, अपने वजूद से, जिंदगी से, समझो अब तो मैं इबादत करने लगी हूँ. सदियां जी ली हैं औरों के लिए, खुद के लिए भी जीना चाहती हूँ. हर तलखी, हर बिटरनेस जो आती है कभी रिलेशनशिप में, कभी हमारे अपने वाइसेस की वजह से, हर तलखी, हर कड़वाहट, हर दर्द फूल, मैं ईश्वरीय प्रेम प्याला पीना चाहती हूँ. आईने में खुद को निहारती हूँ, मन ही मन खुद को संवारती हूँ. आशिक खुद, अपने से प्यार है, प्रेम है वो, क्योंकि अपने अंदर खुदा है, ईश्वर है. आशिक खुद, माशूक भी मैं, इश्क इलाही बेशक मैं हूँ. अपने अंतर मन के चिराग से, इनर लाइट से रोशन में, अपने अंतर मन के चिराग से रोशन में, न गिला न शिकवा न शिकायत. खुद से बस करती हूँ मोहब्बत, आप सबसे बस करती हूँ मोहब्बत. सब में ही तो खुदा नजर आता है, सब में ही बुद्धा नजर आता है, हम सब हैं तो एक ही ईश्वर के रूप. तो अब मैं मोहब्बत करने लगी हूँ. सेल्फ लव हैज रियली given me a very good feeling. And basically these are all the notes, but all I will say, self acceptance is not a bad thing. I'm not reading from here, it's just my own emotions that are coming out. When we say self acceptance, we have to say accept every part of yourself, every part of yourself, not only your strength, your weaknesses, accept it, but also accept your weaknesses, your fears, your mistakes, your wounds, past impressions, imperfection, accept everything. Acknowledge till there is nothing left to acknowledge, and you will see a new person evolving from within. And self love is important. We have to treat ourselves with kindness, compassion. It's not for, it's actually first we have to do it to ourselves. And like Minuji says, love, kindness and compassion. While breathing in, Breathe in love, kindness, and compassion. Breathe out gratitude and peace. Actually, once you have love towards humanity, every living being, everything in the nature, the compassion if you have, care you have, and then gratitude and peace is the outcome. You don't have to look for it, don't have to ask for it. It is a given thing. Miracles will happen abound aground. So, really inspired by this mantra. And forgiveness, very important, very, very important. Forgive yourself first, forgive others, forgive the life circumstances. Forgiveness will free you from this carrying unnecessary burden. हमने गलत किया जब छोटे थे, टीनेजर थे, यंग थे, फैमिली सर्कमस्टांसेस डिफरेंट थे, तो हम लोगों ने बहुत कुछ किया है जो हम हमारी नज़रों में हम खुद ही अपने को गलत मानते हैं. बट फॉरगिवनेस इज द की टू लेट इट गो, अनबर्डन योरसेल्फ. And then we connect to our inner self. And this way, to reconnect, there are many modes and modalities. One is this, what you call it, go to silence, self talk, journaling, meditation, go in nature, self reflection. All these things really help. It has helped me. And all I want to say, please write. Everybody has a hidden writer, painter, all the gifted artists inside. Explore that. And there are people who will encourage you, who will out of nowhere, earth angels, they will guide you, they will encourage you. And Konto Mansi, Konto Shivo, I have learned a lot from them. Each and every speaker has inspired me in many ways, and I will always be indebted to this platform and to the speakers, to the audience who made it possible for all of us to be here. So, again, with gratitude, I close my talk and session, and thanking you. And as I said, I'm a spiritual seeker listening to my soul calling, and it is helping me a lot. Uh, I'm not here to judge myself, but just celebrating life as its basis. Thank you. Thank you much. I'm done.
Thank you so much, Meenaji, for those wonderful poems. Very well presented. As you said, na, that we just have to pour out ourselves into our words, and that's exactly what you have done. So, in fact, when you were speaking about the first poem, Who Am I? The thought came that our identity depends on so many relations, so many things, but ultimately we are the poetry of the earth, and each of us has that that constituent along with the five elements in us. So thank you so for those wonderful poems, and you really showcased the self-love and the self-acceptance beautifully. So I would invite anybody would like to comment or ask anything from Minaji.
Tasrika Minaji, you did so well because I'm also connected to divine love. And now it's been four months I've been watching you on Consciously Positive as an audience, and you comment so well on my talks also. And we have to surrender. Yeah, yes, you're right. We have to love ourselves, one thing, and we have to detach and surrender everything to the divine. But one thing I sometimes forget about myself is when people hurt me, I find it difficulty to forget the incident. So very well said, and God bless. And I hope to have we hope to have more sessions from you. It's so nice to have you speaking. The energy is so beautiful. Thank you.
Thank you, Rajvin, for your comments. Thank you so much. So there are some lovely comments in the chat box. Amina ji, you can go through them. Anyone would like to say anything else directly? So we can move on to the next speaker of the evening then. So our next speaker is going to tell us how to resolve our inner conflicts. And she is Gurmeet Talwar, and she is a craniosacral therapist. And that is a natural, how to facilitate the body's natural healing mechanisms. And she also works with backflowers. And of course, along with the on route, she's learned so many other things: marmology, Reiki, past life, everything. She's a potpourri of all the modalities, I think. So she loves to be very compassionate and holistic in her approach. And she's now going to talk about how to resolve our inner conflicts. So I invite you, Gurmeet, over to you.
Thank you, Minu ma'am. Thank you so much. Uh, So, Minu ma'am, from my heart, deep from my heart, I thank you for making me know about this Maven magic. And you have introduced me to this. I'm really grateful to you. And now, as you all know, I'm Gurmeet. I'm a holistic wellness practitioner and work with modalities, as Meenuji has just said. Mm, my work focus is on helping people reconnect with themselves, understand their emotional patterns, and move towards greater balance, healing, and inner peace. I will be speaking on the topic from chaos to clarity, that is resolving your inner conflicts. Inner conflict is something we all experience at different stages of life. Sometimes we are torn between what we feel and what we think, between our responsibilities and our desires, between fear and possibilities. Through this, we will explore how these conflicts arise, how they affect our daily life, from practical ways to move to the confusions and emotional turbulence towards clarity, freedom, and self understanding. So, I would request you all to listen not just with your mind, but also with your heart. But my intention is that each one of us, when we are leaving uh, today, with a deeper understanding of yourself and a few simple tools that can support our journey towards the inner harmony. So, thank you all for being there, and let's begin this journey. Again, I would really want to thank Maven Festival team for giving me this opportunity to be a part of this beautiful 13th festival. My heartfelt thanks to the organizers, speakers, and every participant who has come here with an open mind and an open heart. So, for a few fraction of second, I would like you all to close your eyes and take deep breath and slowly exhale with the open-mindedness and with the open heart. Just feel that you are able to resolve your conflicts. Just think about your conflicts going in the mind. And with the solutions which are available in the universe that can give you more clarity, take one deep breath and slowly exhale. And very gently open your eyes. Today we are going to talk about something that almost every human being experiences, yet very few understand clearly: inner conflict. Inner conflict is that invisible battle happening inside us. One part says, I want to rest. Another part says, you should be productive. One part says, I deserve love. Another says, what if I get hurt again? One part wants freedom, another wants safety. And when these parts keep fighting, life begins to feel chaotic. The interesting thing is that the chaos outside is often a reflection of the conflict inside. So we will try to understand what inner conflict is, what it develops, how it affects our body and health, how it impacts relationships, and of course, there are many modalities. As I practice CST, there, there are many other modalities which Meenu ma'am is always there to help us, and many other practitioners, healers are there. So practical, let's understand with the examples. Inner conflict occurs when two needs, values, belief, or desires clashes. Let's take the example. The working woman, she wants financial independence, but also more time for the family. Both desires are genuine. The problem isn't choosing. The problem is believing she must sacrifice one part of herself completely. The people pleaser, the another example is of a people pleaser. Part A of them says, I want everyone happy. And part B says, I am exhausted. Both are speaking truth. Now, conflict begins when neither side is heard, right? So, key understanding is inner conflict is not weakness, it is simply two important parts trying to protect you in different ways. Most conflicts originate in childhood. For an example, a child learns good girls don't say no. Years later, she wants boundaries, right? But feels guilty. Now, two parts exist. One, protect yourself, and the another, don't disappoint anyone. So, conflict is there. Another example we can see is a boy learns strong people don't cry. As an adult, he feels pain but suppresses emotions and again the conflict arises. So, how to discover our conflicts? So, if you have paper or pen, you can take that and just complete the sentence. I want dash, but dash. I repeat, complete the sentences. I I want dash, but dash. For an example, I am giving the example of this sentence. I want peace, but I cannot stop worrying. I want love, but I'm afraid of rejection. I want success, but I fear failure. This simple exercise reveals hidden conflicts. So let's try to understand what are the signs of inner conflict in daily life. How we will come to know that we are in a chaotic situation, or there is a chaos in our mind, or there is a confusion in the mind. There are some emotional signs: the anxiety, overthinking, irritation, guilt, confusions in taking decision, and the physical signs are jaw tension, like the area here gets tight. And some of the physiotherapists, when you go to there, who practices osteopathy, if you go to them for cervical issues or migraine and many other this type of issues are there, where some uh, physiotherapist who practices osteopathy, they check your jaws. They just put their fingers inside, and here there is a point which they release. They say your jaw is tight. There is something inside you which is creating this pain. And then finally, you have arrived to your cervical or a migraine. So the physical sign I was uh, trying to explain are jaw tension, neck stiffness, headaches, digestive disturbance, and chronic fatigue. And relationship signs, repeating the same arguments, attracting similar situations repeatedly, difficulty saying yes or no. So let's understand again with an example. A woman constantly complains, no one supports me. Through exploration, she discovered whenever someone offered help, she refused. Why? Because she believed if I accept help, I am weak. Her conflict wasn't outside, it was inside. In the morning, there was we had a session that limiting beliefs. The limiting beliefs also creates inner conflicts. So, how the body holds conflict, I will try to explain it with my CST perspective, this is where you expertise, what to say? Actually, I want to say that your body remembers each and everything right from your childhood, and sometimes the past also carries our physical ailments and even the mental and emotional, right? So what I was saying, that the body remembers when emotions remain unresolved, the nervous system stays alert. The body develops protective patterns. So the common CST observation is that there is a fear. And when there is a fear, there is a tight diaphragm, restricting breathing. Yesterday, I think Benu ma'am was saying, no, practice breathing exercises. Yes, actually, this helps a lot. And we all should practice this breathing exercises. It releases lots of our negative emotions. So what I was saying, if there is a fear inside, obviously it is due to inner conflicts, and the physical, we are like not in a ease, we are dis-ease, that creates tight diaphragm and restricted breathing. And when there is a suppressed anger, as just I have said, jaw tension will be there, and neck tightness. So if there is a chronic responsibility, like you have taken a lot of responsibility, then shoulder restriction will be there. This I have personally experienced. And if there is grief, chest compression will be there. The body is continuously communicating. So during the therapy, the body enters a state of safety. When safety increases, protective patterns begin releasing. The nervous system shifts from survival to healing. Many of the clients reports that I don't know why, but I suddenly feel lighter because the body no longer needs to hold the conflict. There are many other modalities which can help you to release your conflicts. As Meenu ma'am is expert in doing past life regression, and really this past life regression helps a lot to understand our pattern. The pattern which is going inside us. Sometimes, like yesterday only, she was explaining us, and she was giving many examples to understand this, why there is a conflict. आई थिंक एक हस्बैंड एंड वाइफ का भी उन्होंने एग्जाम्पल दिया था, जो एक डिवोर्स का केस होने वाला था, बट या एंड दे रिजॉल्व. सो इनर कॉन्फ्लिक्ट्स जितने जल्दी हम रिजॉल्व करें, तो हमें there will be a mental peace, and वो peace हमें disease से दूर रखेगा. We will be able to give our full potential. हम जो कर सकते हैं वो हम बिल्कुल करने के लिए फिर तैयार हो जाते हैं. और जब हम रेडी होते हैं और यूनिवर्स में हम उसको बोलते हैं कि लाइक वी आर नाउ रेडी टू एक्सेप्ट एवरीथिंग, द यूनिवर्स गिव्स सॉल्यूशन. आपके सामने कोई ना कोई ऐसा आ जाएगा जहां से आपको आपके कॉन्फ्लिक्ट्स का आंसर मिल जाए. जैसे मुझे मीनू मैम मिली थी, राइट?
Thank you for that, Gurmeet ji.
ओके.
So,
मुझे भी मिली थी.
thank you.
So I thank everybody for listening me, and the team of Mavin. Hope I have valued the time. So if anybody wants to,
Yeah.
yes,
Thank you so
Meenu,
much.
carry
Thank you
on.
so
Voice is not there.
Minu ma'am, maybe
Yeah,
you're on mute. I don't know if it's on my side.
yeah. So I was just thanking Gurmeet ji for peacefully showing how we can resolve those conflicts within us. So anyone would like to ask any question? Anything anybody would?
Gurmeet ji, thank you so much for your
Thank you.
sometimes thank you so much for your presentation this morning on Consciously Positive, and also here as well. I'm gonna be presenting on Monday, so I'm learning some tips for fighting my inner conflict, bringing myself inner peace. So you presented it very well from fragmentation to inner coherence. It just you made me, even in this session, you made me think that even when life is difficult, you know what, there is divine, and there is Vaheguru to help, and we say ekomkar. So ekomkar is uh, no fear, no hatred, no everything. So thank you so much for your presentation, and I hope I can be like you, and I hope I can be like everyone else here. Thank you so much.
You're well on the way, Rajvin. You are on that path very much. Thank you so much for your insights. So Alka wants to ask something, I think.
Yeah, I mean, not ask, but clarification. Gurmeet ji, I hope my voice is clear.
Yeah,
Yes,
it's
ma'am.
clear.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm not able to switch on my camera, but I
That's
hope.
okay.
Gurmeet ji, first of all, thank you so much for simplifying the context of Meenu ji is already aware. I am suffering from migraine since from past more than especially I think 15 years. Okay, and you have technique. I mean, I know the reason that because of some XYZ reasons I am suffering. Okay, and I have gone through. It's just a experience I'm sharing. I will hardly take 30 seconds, not beyond that, to my participants as well. I have tried everything. बोलते हैं ना जो साम दंड वेद भाव. Okay, everything I have tried. Okay, nothing worked. I only know that these are the reasons why I got the migraine. Okay. But I was not able to connect the dot technically why it is. That clarification you have given me today. I know this is the reason why it is getting triggered. Okay. I know this is the reason why it is happening. You know, right? I mean, I know you forget, but you know, right? Right. You understood, right? It's a generic thing. You know that these are the reasons, Alka. These are the reasons why you're getting stressed because of the office work or family conflicts. We all have. These are all general things. You are in sansar, you'll have these things. Nothing new is happening with me out of box. But ma'am, you have connected that science. Okay. And I love to hear on a spiritual science context here today. Okay, that is what you have done fantastically well and very simplified. People like us who are not that knowledgeable on those areas. Probably you guys are doing the culture, right? You people are smart enough. बट हम लोग तो केजी लेवल पे है ना, तो हम मतलब मैं अपनी बात कर रही हूँ, तो मेरे को थोड़ा समझ में आया कि आप क्या बोल रही हैं. एंड थैंक यू सो मच फॉर क्लैरिफाइंग दैट लॉन्ग डाउट जो मैं आई एम रियली स्ट्रगलिंग ए लॉट. अभी मुझे वो गुत्थियां जो है ना वो सॉल्व करने में आसानी हो रही है. प्रॉब्ली पीएलआर में तो आपको पता है मीनू जी, मुझे अच्छा नींद आया था. बट अभी मुझे शांति से और अच्छा नींद आएगा आफ्टर दिस सेशन गुरमीत जी, because I understood. Thank you.
That. And Meenu ma'am, can I for
Yeah.
a second?
Yeah.
Yeah. Ma'am, I'm speaking to the ma'am who
Alka.
Alka ji.
Yeah.
There are some positive affirmations. If with the permission of Meenu ma'am, if you can connect me to me, I'll let you know the affirmations for what you are facing.
Yeah, definitely. मैं तो minimum के साथ इतनी blunt हूँ कि you can't imagine. Only minimum can bear me actually. If she knows me what I do, I'm so blunt. मतलब मुझे कभी की चिढ़ आती है ना, मैं उनको सीधा बोलती हूँ, this is irritating. I mean, but I do that, what she said. Like a kadwa medicine, Ayurvedic.
Thank you so much for listening to me, Alka. Thank you. And
Thank you.
for
Good luck.
sharing also. And thank
I
you,
will
Gurmeet.
take
You can
step.
connect to her later on. Yeah.
Yeah, I will do that definitely. I agree. You are my Ayurvedic Gurmeet ji, so definitely I'll do that.
For everybody, just I will take fraction of second because Meenu ma'am knows I was even I was facing like cervical severe headache. I have gone through all the tests. Everything was normal. Then religiously I practiced that affirmations. First मैंने सोचा कि वो क्यों आ रहा है मुझे, क्या मेरे थॉट पैटर्न्स हैं, एवरीथिंग सब कुछ मैंने लिखा. And I came out with a solution, and I did that affirmation every time whenever I feel like doing that, even midnight, even early in the morning, and really it is 99% it is gone.
Awesome. Very nice. Thank you for sharing that, Gurmeet. It will inspire many. Okay, we can also go that path.
Yeah. Just minimum 2 seconds. Sorry, huh? The same thing I want to add to Gurmeet ji, just to ditto. It's a part of Reiki, Minu ma'am. You remember I told you. So, मेरा जो migraine का था ना गुरमीत मैम, I was going through a lot of headache. I don't know. I mean, even if I controlled my anger, everything I controlled. आयुर्वेदा भी मैंने ट्राई कर लिया, मेडिटेशन भी किया, लेकिन इट वाज नॉट. बट रेकी एनर्जी बैलेंसिंग की वजह से इट हैज हील्ड. आई वाज थिंकिंग दैट science, the law of metaphysics, right? So I was thinking it is all bullshit. It will not work on me because probably I lost the faith. Okay, क्योंकि होता है ना, आप ट्राई करते करते एक टाइम पे ऐसा होता है कि यू आर इन ए डेडलॉक, कि आपके पास एक आता है सिचुएशन कि यू लॉस्ट होप. ठीक है, मैंने सोचा कि चलो सब तो ट्राई कर लिया, अब ये करने में क्या ही लॉस हो जाएगा, सब तो खो चुकी हूँ मैं, अब एक ट्राई करने में सब तो ट्राई कर लिया. बट इट वर्क मैजिकल. जो बोलते हैं ना कि चलो सब छोड़ दिया, अब डिटैचमेंट के बाद एक कुछ हो गया. इट हैपेंड एक्चुअली मैम. आई द माइग्रेन हैज डिसअपीयर्ड लाइक अ मैजिक. बट उसके बाद फिर से आ गया because I lost practice. Anyways,
This
yeah, thank you.
this platform is all about exploring new modalities and how you can bring yourself out from wherever you are. Yes, Puneet, you want to add something? Thank you.
I just wanted to share, I had a very similar story like Alka ma'am. So I'd had tension type headache for almost 20 years. And it had come to a point where I would wake up and go off to sleep every single day with that. And somewhere along the way, I started just practicing more of emotional release. And I didn't realize, I just suddenly one day realized it's been months since I've not experienced that headache.
Okay.
And even now, I know there's certain emotions when they get triggered, it's almost immediate. So
Yeah.
maybe that's a sign for me to know, okay, this is possibly you letting your emotions rule the way.
So that just shows that there are many things beyond the known also, which is the topic of our next talk as well. So where we have a very powerful partnership of Shivo sir, of Quanto Life, Quanto, Mansi Bhagdeo, and they are not new to our platform. They are in fact our stalwarts, and we really look forward to listening to them every time. And it's so nice of you that you do take out the time to join us over here. And today, I think they are going to talk about solutions that exist beyond the known. So I'll leave it to you to introduce yourself more clearly, more deeply. So over to you, Mansi and Shivaji.
Pranam everyone. Hi Minuji. I'll take the opportunity to introduce my mentor, Konto Shivo. Konto Shivo is he is so I promised him that every time I would introduce him, I would do it differently. And today, today what is coming to me is that if you are a spiritual seeker, right? If you even meet him once, wherever you are at, right, whatever step you are at, he'll guide you to the next step. And I have witnessed this again and again for literally hundreds of people. Wherever they are in life, it doesn't matter whether it's a headache, whether it is they are stuck in a 20 crore loss or 100 crore loss, whether you are having an acrimonious relationship with your husband or spouse, or you are having a special needs, wherever you are, he's someone who will guide you to the next step. And that next step is not anything you will find in a book. It is something that is so specific for you that he will channel. And that is how I would like to introduce my mentor, that Shivo, Kondo Shivo, the Cosmic Channel. He has also written this book called Be a Cosmic Channel in the Era of Chaos. This is an actual workshop that was a 21-day workshop that was so extraordinary that all the participants insisted that this should become a book, and we are all in it with our real names and real life stories. And Shivo helped us through our everyday life situations, how to reach what is the way from where we are right now, who we are right now, how to reach to Aham Brahmasmi, have a glimpse of our Brahmasmi from the very mundane. So this is Shivo. Welcome, Shivo. And I want to say a few words for everyone who came before. Minu, for you, the name I have, Minu Manocha, for you, the name I have is She Who Walks in Grace. I always feel this grace flowing through you, and it's such a joy to see you. Dr. Shabana, you are like, thank you so much for bringing this platform together.
Let me first thank you for those wonderful words. Thank you. Now you can go to Shivanaji. Thank you.
Welcome. So Shivana, I really appreciate how you bring together spiritual spiritual seekers and also spiritual masters from different walks of life, and even the process of bringing about this talk brought so many insights into my life. So it starts right there. I and Shiva were discussing this talk, and in that, so many insights are flowing. And then we get to meet y'all. We get to hear what are the problems. We get to hear how y'all are approaching life. What are the spiritual solutions you have found? And I deeply appreciate that. Meenu Anand, I have, of course, known you very well. And it's a joy to see you. You're like really glowing. And I love that you have the soul of a poet as you go through this journey. You know, you have like sometimes you have a scientific method as you go about this journey. Sometimes you have a psychic self when you go through this journey. And I love to see your poetic self. And to Gurmeet, I would say that you have a very relaxing, calming voice and a very softness to you. And I really enjoyed that.
Thank you so much.
Agreed. Agreed.
And this is going to be a very interactive talk. So please just start with your favorite emotion. And if something resonates, if something, or you have questions, please put it in the chat. So this is going to be very interactive. So we would love to connect. Y'all are hearing us speak, but we also want to connect to where y'all are. So please let us know through your emoticons and your comments on the chat. Yes, Alkaji.
What is Quanto?
Yes. So, Shiva, you want to take that? Or?
Mansi, I think you are in the flow.
Okay,
Just go
so
ahead.
there is a humorous side, there is an actual side to it, and also there's a humorous side to it. So Quanto Life, which is she was the founder of Quanto Life. It's a spiritual path. It's created for especially for these chaotic, accelerated times. Um, and he would find the similarities between quantum mechanics and his experiences. He felt the spiritual experience he was having could be explained best, just like Minuji was explaining through poetry. He felt it was best that it described the observations in quantum mechanics. So he would keep talking about that similarity, and he would keep talking about it. And we used to sometimes be like, oh, and I would call him Quanto. It started as a joke, and then here we have Quanto Life, and
I
we're
got
all
it,
going
got
by
it.
Quanto
I
Life
was
now.
just guessing that it is quantum physics. Okay, I got it. Yeah,
Yeah.
got it. Fantastic. Thank you.
Shiva, anything
So,
from you?
Mansi, thank you for the very generous introduction. And a lot of you know Mansi, and she is a creative and inspirational genius. So, I'm very lucky to have her with me as my co-speaker. Both of us are co-speakers. So, Mansi, yeah, would you like to introduce the topic?
Yes. So today we're going to talk about solutions and the solutions that exist beyond the known. So we will start with putting on our thinking hat, our inquiry hat, and ask all of you that if you have a problem, and we all have problems, right? All kinds of problems. So think of any problem you have, and how do you solve it? What do you do? So can we have on your comments, how do you solve the problem? What do you do? What's the first thing you do? If you could put it in the chat, because
First,
we're getting into the methodology. Yeah.
yeah, I mean, first we identify what is the problem. That is the biggest problem, to identify what is your problem.
Okay, so that is one way. Okay.
And
I would say that we all identify our problem at a certain level, but there is a next level of identification. That is what we are always searching for, right?
next level of identification of what?
For example, you have a problem of migraine. So
Yeah.
this you already know. Now the next problem is, why do I have this problem? See,
Oh, yeah.
one of the beautiful concept is divine knowledge is the one which leads to a question. If your knowledge has reached an end, there is no question emerging out of it. It's an egoistic knowledge, and that will not solve any problem. Divine knowledge is the one where you know something and then there is a question. The answer always results in a new question. That is divine knowledge. Yeah, Mansi, please. I hope you're getting Alka.
So, we really want to get into that. So, can we have comments on the chat on how do you solve your problem? What do you do?
Yeah, Shivoji, I 100% agree with you. I connect that now. Yes.
Anyone else? What do you do? Do you go to Google? What's your first thing you do?
नहीं, वो नहीं करते हम. चैट जीपीटी, एंथ्रोपिक, क्लॉड, डीपटेक, नथिंग, सॉरी, nothing is working now.
Excellent.
So you are bringing
Alka,
us straight to our topic. Thank
yeah,
you very
to
much.
the heart of our topic. Okay.
Today,
So,
yes, Mansi, yeah. So I don't want to reveal still what we are going to talk about.
yeah,
Mansi will
yeah,
reveal. Yeah.
yeah. So,
Anybody else
today,
follows a similar
yeah,
method?
yeah.
Anybody else follows a similar method?
we're all learning here. So really, how do you learn? Like, do you, like, let's say, Shivu, let's take up a simple problem that we all face every day. What could that be?
Okay, so let me be honest, okay? Let me be honest, okay?
Okay.
I hope my voice is clear, sir. Shivo
Yeah.
sir and Mansi.
Yeah.
See, okay, so please don't laugh at me, okay? I did that, okay? That's why I'm saying nothing works. So I love Claude, okay? Its analysis. When I get so frustrated, Meenu ma'am, please, I'm not blaming you. Don't take it other way around. You are busy, okay? I took this step. I talked to Claude, okay? I got fed up of with Claude as well because every time it is imposing its thought on me, and I finally said, "You are a bot. Shut up." Okay, so that didn't work. Then, as usual, sir, I studied from Sri Aurobindo school. I have a spiritual background. I follow his context and his fundamentals a lot. I get back to my own consciousness,
Who's
meditations, my inner concern. Sorry,
Alka? Who do you follow?
Sri Aurobindo, Sri Aurobindo.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And the mother, the Pondicherry and all. So, and then I simply sat back. I talked to my inner consign. The lovely answer I got, I never got from Claude and also. But yes, I have taken this advanced sciences and all. It didn't help me, sir. So this is how I tried to get the solution of my
Great.
problem. But to be honest, it didn't solve
You
100%.
you have made our job pretty simple, Alka. Thank you very much.
Yeah, I know that.
Yeah. Yeah, Mansi.
Would anyone else like to chip in? What do you do when you have a problem? I mean, every day we have problems. We have problems. If you have to go to a place, you're like, what's the best way to go there? If you have a headache, you're like, okay, I go to this doctor. Like, what do you do? Any kind of problem, what do you do? I don't know. Do you all not have problems or?
For, for me, Mansi, I just laugh about it or I just surrender to the divine. I've been a vegetarian now for 140 days straight, and I have no regrets about it.
Okay, so yours is laugh and your diet, and Puneet is saying that he does deductive reasoning. So okay, I will give you another question for deductive reasoning. Distract myself or surrender. Okay, three very different approaches, Puneet. These are like three very different schools of thought.
Yeah,
Okay.
and they're sequential in a way. Surrender is, for me, unfortunately, the last option.
Yes, I think for most of us. Uh, okay, so okay, I will. Okay, you directly go to ChatGPT, Gemini. It has become my second nature. Very honest, yeah. That's how most people is. Okay, I'll give you two scenarios. Okay, do we want to call them Sita Gita or A or B? Okay, so let's say someone has a lot of knowledge uh, and no questions. Okay, this is number A. And then number B, we have someone who has a lot of questions but not enough knowledge. Who is more likely to solve it? Gurmeet, thanks for sharing healing and journaling. Okay. So who's more likely to solve? So this is someone with a lot of knowledge, no questions. This is someone, B is someone with questions, less knowledge. A or B, who's more likely to solve a problem?
It's B.
Everyone can guess A or B. What do you all think? Okay. Gurmeet says B.
I think there
Everybody
has
has
to be
said
a
B,
question.
actually.
Everyone
I
Thank
says
you very much. We don't have to explain it. Everybody
yes.
understand. Thank you very much.
Yes. Shiva, here
So,
you want to share something you said yesterday? Like there was you told me that what are those people who have knowledge called and what are the
yeah.
people?
So, yeah, people who have a lot of knowledge, they are called experts. Okay. And the people who have less knowledge but lot of questions, they are the entrepreneurs, they are the leaders, right? They are the creators. Okay. And there was a time I used to be in category A, the one who believed that knowledge is everything. It was long, long back, actually. And then I happened to meet a stalwart. Okay. His name was Dhirubhai Ambani. He had invited me as an expert. That time I was a top class equity researcher. He had invited me as an equity researcher to figure out the strategy of his group, how to present it to foreign investors. And in fact, 3 years in a row, I had an opportunity to have long meetings with him, which lasted more than 4 hours. And when I met him first time, I wondered, this guy doesn't appear to be knowledgeable, hardly much knowledge. And that was a shock of my life. Then I said, what does he have if not knowledge? And then the answer I gave to myself, okay, he has got common sense. Okay. So he has a lot of experts at his disposal. They give him reports, right? But he doesn't necessarily follow them. He takes the input, but he makes the decisions. Okay. Why? And now coming to the recent times, there is something I discovered, that why do experts fail when they start to do business? Because they have all answers, no questions. Entrepreneur knows who are the experts and he has the questions, and he will continue to ask questions till he gets the answer. Okay. So knowledge will not solve your problem. Okay. So AI is the extreme. He is the grandpa of all kind of knowledge. All kind of knowledge. Okay. He is million times more knowledgeable than the most knowledgeable person you know in your life. Okay. But let me tell you, in spite of all this knowledge, he will not solve your problem. Have you seen in your life experts, very intellectual people, they know about everything? You discuss with them and they would be very enchanting. They would share so much knowledge. You would be like, wow, listening to them. But you know what? They can never solve your problem. More intellectual a person is, more he cannot solve your problem. And actually, before we come to that, let me, Mansi, do we have time to describe the descending yuga paradigm? I think
I,
that's,
I,
yeah.
I think you should because how much time do we have, Meenuji?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I think you should because you know what, Shivu? We like to think that we are more leaders, entrepreneurs, creators, but we are being taught to be experts. So maybe you can explain
Right.
that
And
why.
why we are taught to be experts, why we are taught to be a knowledgeable person, because in consciousness, there is something called yoga cycle, which is of 24,000 years. And in that, there is 12,000 years of descending yoga, 12,000 years of ascending yoga. In descending yoga, the consciousness is coming down. Ascending yoga, consciousness is going up. So now we are in the era of ascending Dwapar, but the history we know of humanity is of the descending yuga. So in descending yuga, the no, the consciousness is always coming down. Okay. So the knowledge we created in past is always better than the knowledge we have in present. So we got accustomed to using knowledge for solutions. For thousands of years, we had the Shastras, they had the knowledge, right? And we followed them. The avatars had come before and they gave us the sutras, we followed them. Okay. Very typically, I want to share this, that there were a lot of spiritual debates that used to happen in descending yuga, and one of the most famous one is Shankaracharya and Mandan Mishra. Do you know how those debates happened? Those debates happened like one person will say, this is the point I have, and the proof of that point is it is written in this shastra. The other person will say, but this is the point I have, and the proof of that point is that it is written in this shastra. So something written in some Shastra was an evidence. Okay. Now imagine who was the first person who broke it, who broke this. Maybe Buddha also broke this, but not to the way Socrates did. Okay. So his sutra was unexamined life is not worth living. So people will come to him and say, it is true because it is written in that classical text. And he would say, I don't care, examine the life right now. So he brought the rationality, and he was the one who broke the connection of uh, what is important right now to the classical text. And he became the father of the, when the modern society, the modern science and technology got created, it was based on his principle of rationality. We could create this society because we could break away from what is written in classical text. Okay. So now we are in ascending yuga where the future is better than past, present is better than past. Okay. So whatever has happened in past will not solve the present problem. To solve the problem you have right now, you need to bring in the solution at this moment. A solution has to be which never existed before. And that is where the failure of AI as a decision maker comes. If you know, worldwide, I was reading the data, whichever companies employed AI as a decision maker, 91% of those projects gave huge losses to companies. Okay. So AI is a bad decision maker. Do not give the task of making decisions to AI. I can tell you, it will throw you in the pit, it will destroy you. If you start to follow what AI says, it will destroy you. You have to be the master. You ask, it is a reservoir of knowledge. Okay, so respect it. But it is only an expert, it is only an intellectual. It contains all lots of knowledge humanity has from the past, but it has no connection from present. Okay,
Yeah.
it is
But
not connected with present.
yeah.
The
But
present
I think
moment something will happen to someone, that person will share to AI, and that's when it becomes part of the AI knowledge, but then it has already become the past. And let me tell you, whatever issue you are facing right now, nobody ever anywhere faced exactly the same issue. Yes, there were a lot of people who faced similar issues. Okay. But even if you put together all the knowledge, because your problem is so unique, it will never be solved by AI. Okay. Very interesting real incident I will share with you. So 2 months back, in February, the whole quantum community had gathered to celebrate Mansi's birthday when she had come to India from US. And we had gone to this very, very beautiful place called Arohi Island. And there was someone who was very philosophically curious. He was a painter, and he came and said, I am having such a wonderful time having philosophical discussions with AI. It satisfies me. I said, sorry, it is misleading you. He said, what? AI is misleading you? No way. I am fascinated with AI is telling me. So then I said, okay, I challenge AI for a Shastra, a debate. I challenge AI for a debate. He said, what? I said, yes, I challenge AI for debate. So let's find a question. You ask that question to AI, and then I'll ask question to AI. Okay. So this is how the debate format of the debate was. So then he said, my question to AI is, why did humans created God? Okay. And he asked this question to AI, and AI gave such fabulous answers. All philosophers who said what, and what was the need for humans to create God. So I said, but I say that God created humans. not humans created the God. Ask AI, did God created the humans? So he asks this question, reverse question. And then again it gives all kind of philosophers who said that God created the humans. Now he's confused. Do you see his premise? The starting premise itself was wrong. He's not even in the inquiry. He has this belief that humans created the God, but what if God created humans? Okay. So similar premise exists for everything. Whatever your premise is, AI is supporting you, giving you all kind of logic. Give him the opposite premise, it will give you same logic. Exactly how the intellectual people behave. So it is not solving any problems of yours. It is actually whatever your beliefs are, whatever your conditionings are, it is just magnifying it to a huge, huge level. And you will never have solutions by magnifying your belief. Your problems will be solved when you go into the opposite of. See, because you have those beliefs, that's why you have the problems. You have to go into what your belief is not. Okay, that's what will solve the problem. Okay, yeah, Mansi, please.
Shivu, when we were discussing yesterday, you had a very wonderful. Okay, so just to say, we are not against knowledge. Knowledge is
We all
necessary.
use, I also use
Mhm.
AI. Mansi
Yeah.
also, yeah, Mansi also has a deep friendship with two AIs and she calls them affectionately. She had some, fabulous pet names for her AIs. Yeah, yeah, Mansi.
So, so it is. So knowledge is necessary, but it is not sufficient. Okay. So Shivo had some very interesting names. But as we were talking on these topics, Shivo, you want to say what were your names were? I found it, and then I'll ask the most important question for me.
So,
But
sorry, what names for
do you
what I
remember?
found? Sorry,
Do you remember what you called AI?
what
What did you call? So Shivo called AI the Mohini,
Mohini?
the
Yes,
grand enchantress. Because have
yeah,
you asked a
Grand
question to
Enchantress.
AI? It will say it in such beautiful language. It will weave many logics, and you will think that okay, I have not heard anyone talk like this. Have you asked a question to AI? That is how you receive that answer. And like Shiva would tell me that it is actually the fifth head of Brahma. People who know the story would know
Fifth head
that
of Brahma.
yeah, the fifth
AI
head
is
of
like the
Brahma.
fifth head of Brahma.
Yeah. Shiva,
You
you
So,
want to say
remember,
why
you
you say
you you
that?
know the story that Shiva had to cut the fifth head of Brahma.
yeah.
Why?
So, Shiva, can I
Because
add one thing?
yeah, yeah, please, please.
Yeah. So first thing is, I'm not against what you are saying. You're absolutely correct. We all know. I don't want to get into technical because this is a spiritual, right, discussion and all. But one thing is, you are absolutely correct. What you have explored and said, the experience is always different. As long as those experiences are not fit to the machine, it will never be able to answer. And when I have done my program from IIM Bangalore, I have been taught the entire program with various professors of how to deal with the decisions. You have given Mr. Ambani's or my apologies, other leaders example, right? The decision making capabilities. But when we have been taught, we completed the program. The end of the story was again the situation and the scenario when you will deal in your life is completely different. And you will have to decide on that spot what you're supposed to do. So we have been taught how to make the best decision at that time, that point of time,
Right.
right? And to be honest, that was the learning of my entire course, which I spent for 2 years, my day and night. All right. And that was my management course from IIM Bangalore with Professor Raghunath. All right. And the second thing is, we are actually training our Indian bot, which is called as Sarvam. All right. So, which is actually giving us all these knowledges, which this fancy, broad, anthropic or this chat bots, right? GPTs and all, they don't have, which Mr. Modi ji is putting a lot of effort, right, to brought it in, which will give you this, the God has created India and all these contexts. Now we have been, right, the history and all, which has been burnt and has been screwed it up. So the LLM are not trained yet. So people like you who are really so knowledgeable and all, that can be again, right, has been digitally converted and can be
taken to the next generations, which we have been lost long back, and our next generation again can get into connected to a root. So this is probably another, right, medium which we can recreate it. And if we can build it consciously, I can say consciously and ethically. So probably that is where we need your
No, see,
contributions
the,
and help.
the point is, it doesn't matter. See, the consciousness converted into knowledge, that's what goes in AI. Consciousness can never go in AI because the consciousness is that vast reservoir which is unknown.
I agree.
Consciousness equals to unknown. That's why Daksh Prajapati was so scared to invite Mahadev to his yagna because he has built a perfect society. All the factors, all the knowledges that are known, all are applied into that. And he's so scared of unknown. But you know what? It doesn't matter how perfect your knowledge is, it is going to crash because it is the unknown that is going to seep in from somewhere. So you can never build a machine which is conscious. Never. Okay. Only thing you can do is a conscious person receiving consciousness, sharing in that time and space as knowledge. That's what you will put in, but then that becomes again the knowledge. Okay, I am saying all this. Yesterday there were many things we did not know about AI which happened while we were discussing this topic, right? So only yesterday they came to our consciousness, but when we are sharing it, it has again become knowledge. Again we have to go beyond this to tap into the unknown. Okay,
Uh,
so
Shivu, you know,
one of the
yeah.
trap of AI I find. So no, there is one beautiful thing Mansi was saying. Suppose I face scarcity of time. Okay? Mansi, you give your that cook example and with reference to AI.
Which one?
You said no, that if you have a cook, you will
Ha ha.
lose something. Yeah.
Ha ha ha. Okay, so this is a very important thing in my life where I always think that I want to have abundance of time. Let's say I'm employing a cook at my place, okay? Fine, it is making my food making easy, but I always think that am I creating more value with that time or not? Do you realize, like, I have hired, see, for example, I may choose, instead of me spending the time for driving, I will hire a cab. Now I have saved my mental space. What am I doing with that mental space? Am I browsing with that mental space? Am I relaxing because I really need it? Am I using it to jot down my latest creative idea? What is, and am I increasing the value by delegating? Because otherwise I'm losing my skill in cooking, right? If I am going to just binge watch a show and have someone else cook, I am actually losing my ability to cook. So for example, one real example for me was I am having AI write better passages for me. So am I, now let's say it is helping me edit a email, that time I am using to actually generate few more ideas for that email, then I'm a winner. But if I am just putting it in and it is writing it in a better language, I have lost my ability to write. So I always think, what am I trading? Am I trading it for something at better value? Is my
So
question.
yeah.
This is
So
my inquiry.
when
I'm always doing this.
That's
again
that's
now,
that's called as brain rotting. Probably you're talking of, Mansi.
yeah. So
Yeah,
my question, so the
yeah,
point I want to bring in here
different,
is
Alka.
that
Not just
okay,
in,
fine. Use AI for to conduct a certain function for you. But is there some quality growing in you? See, you are
yes.
losing that quality. Okay, like I am also losing quality to construct sentences after I've started to use AI. But am I creating a quality in myself which is bigger than that? And if
Yes.
we are not doing that,
Thing.
then we are going towards enslavement by machines, isn't it? If you are using a tool, you have to become more effective. You have to become more brilliant, more capable. Okay. If by using a tool, if by using machine, only thing is that okay, I don't have to work now, so you are becoming more lethargic, right? Then what happens to human society? It will go for doom, right? Yeah. Yes, Shabana, you're saying something.
Yeah, she's
Yeah.
probably telling you. Yeah.
Yeah. No, no, I'm not telling that.
Okay, I
What
was
I'm what I'm saying is AI is not supposed to be that. So it is like so what actually AI does is it's just a compilation of data, which earlier a lot of researchers used to do, or all the work that has been done. Earlier it was done manually, but now we have the access of all that repository at once. And on top of it, it gives us the answer. So it has both the sides, as you Shiva, you were mentioning. It will give you the answer of why, who created man, created God, or God created man. Similarly, all sorts of questions you will ask, it will give all. In fact, it can give answers in many other dimensions as well. But it is never supposed to make decisions for you. I think what
No,
as
no,
a human
that's
we have started
I
doing
totally
is
agree with you,
we are
Shabana.
not using it as an assistant, but we are depending it like, okay, you do my work and
Yeah.
I got free time. But it is
No, no,
never
no,
meant
no,
to be
no,
like,
no. That's not the no, no, no. That no, no. It
so
is
of course
getting
it
into
gives
the
you
decisioning.
knowledge, but
No,
See,
no.
the
It
yeah,
is
point
getting into the
exactly,
decisioning.
Shabana, what you are saying, I'm also
it
saying the
is,
same point.
yeah,
And
it is
I
to
just want to
inform.
point out that danger.
Hmm.
So I was exploring, okay, I'm losing my language abilities with AI, but what am I gaining? And I got some beautiful answers actually. What am I
Okay.
gaining? So, and that is so one of the biggest danger of AI is it will completely cloud who you are. And because your community, the people around you, they relate with who you are, when your who am I is clouded, whatever you have created, you will not realize, but it will begin to get destroyed slowly.
But
Slowly, it
it
will begin
depends
to get
on your
destroyed.
dependence to it. It depends
Right,
on how
right.
much you
No, no,
are
I'm just
depending on
bringing
it.
out because when I had that realization, I started to have a different understanding of how to use AI. So,
Yeah.
for example, ask a question to AI or ask AI to create a write up for you for something. Okay. Now it will give you a write up. A lot of things will appear like, okay, they're not exactly how I would say, but they are kind of right. So you will say,
Yeah,
okay, just let
there
it
are
pass.
multiple gaps because each system is designed on whatever data access they had. So none of the system is actually has complete data. So even
Right.
though they
So
have
the
got a lot
danger
of data, they
is,
are still lack. Yeah.
danger is they appear like gaps. They are also appear like kind of true, but not fully true. And when
Yes.
we let that go, okay, it starts to cloud who am I and the people understanding people have of us because there is a slight dislocation of what we want to say. And
Yeah.
that dislocation, just 1%, 2%, 5% dislocation, few times you do it, you have lost your connect.
I
Okay.
agree.
Yeah.
I agree with that, sir.
And it is so frustrating. Let me tell you, today I was creating the Mahadev post. It gave me wonderful pointers. Okay. So we have this program in Condo Life every Sunday 10:30, which is uh, with a Mahadev temple darshan with life coaching. Okay. So we are going to have Lok Paleshwar Mahadev tomorrow. Now it did help me go deeper into the understanding of what the insight of Lok Paleshwar Mahadev is. But the write up it gave, it completely, I tell you, it is so puzzling. It can take an hour, 2 hour to fine tune it, to remove, to add. You know what exactly you want to say. See, what happens is when it takes so much time, we often say, okay, what difference does it make? It is almost saying the same thing, right? Sometimes it is verbose, it is saying three sentences extra, and we say, yaar, let it go, yaar, who will put in so much mind? But you know what? Because of the AI, because there is so much of the fabulous writing floating around, the moment people encounter a word or a sentence which is unrelatable, they just drop reading it. So in the era of AI, the writing has to become very sharp. So what I realized, okay, this is one realization, one insight I had, and I was discussing this with Mansi. The job of humans now, okay, AI has given you the writing, the fabulous one. A lot of things it has said which you maybe you knew it, but at that point of time it's not coming to you. But it just put everything together. The whole context is there. But you know what? What is your expertise needed? Okay. So we have this program, let's say 84 Mahadev with life coaching. I know that community. I know what language they talk. I know what the issues they have. My job is to find out the gap between what that collective field is and what AI has given me. That is an intelligence. I have an opportunity to generate that intelligence now.
Yeah,
Okay.
exactly.
To know my context, to see the gap,
No, I don't
and to
understand,
know
Shiva
it
sir.
more,
Can
to
you
know
please
it more
explain
and more.
again? No,
Sorry.
please explain again. I don't understand. Can you explain again?
So it says certain things. Okay. When
Mm.
I generated the text on insights of Lok Paleshwar Mahadev, I of course
Yeah.
gave it the story and my own insights that what it may mean, that it is this Mahadev
Mm-hmm.
vibrational field is about nourishing of ecosystems,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Not
Mm-hmm.
protection, right? So it gave
Mm-hmm.
me a wonderful write-up. Okay.
That I
Now
understood.
that write-up is very enchanting.
Example. I
Okay.
want an example to explain this. The
Now,
same thing.
No,
so
my
Mansi, it
intention
is
is I want to
using,
understand
for
what you want to solve.
example, for example, I I wrote, okay, for another workshop of mine, I was creating this write-up. So it describes when I'm saying who am I? Okay, we are going to discuss deep into who am I.
Yes,
So it
yes.
is writing who am I as energetic signature.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Okay. Now my community, I've been talking to my community for years. For
Mm-hmm.
them, okay, now it appears correct. You can say who am I as energetic signature. But that's, in fact, it's not correct. And that's not the language I've been using. Okay, what I've been using is who am I is how my soul has evolved till now. It's my
Mm.
pure soul qualities. Okay. Now, if I use energetic signature, if I just let it go, thinking that, okay, it is kind of right, no, it will disturb, it will not carry forward my message with my community. So I have to correct it to who am I as the qualities my soul has gained through its journey, life after life.
No, there is
I have
nothing
to,
correct or incorrect. No, no, sorry to interrupt. There is
sorry,
nothing correct or incorrect. No, sorry to interrupt. There is nothing correct or incorrect. I mean,
There
no,
the
no,
is
no.
message
also.
you
It
want
is
to
not
give,
about
that is
correct or
wrong.
incorrect. It is
Ah,
about
yeah,
the context I'm dealing with. What is
exactly.
their language? What are their issues? Okay.
Yes,
Sometimes it can give me issues which are not their issues. See, in
absolutely.
fact, the who am I to Mansi, it described in
Mm.
totally different way. It
Yes.
described who am I as all kind of good and bad things I have in me. But that's
Mm.
not how we describe who am I. Okay. We describe for us who am I, the soul qualities, the pure qualities we have, and identity, ego, conditioning is the impurities we have. And our soul and impurities, the identity go together. That's what we call spirit. It's not called soul. Okay. We call it spirit. The
Mm.
purities and impurities together is spirit.
Difficult to define in this language also. English is again a poor language,
Right.
so I say.
Yeah, yeah. So you have to, so who will become good in using AI is the one who really understand the ecosystem, the context, the community, right? What are their issues? Once you understand that, then you use AI. Otherwise, you know what? If you start to use AI blindly, you will be destroyed. In some time, your community will not relate with you. It will not read the messages you have written.
Hmm.
Uh, there is this thing of resonance. So I live in two different cultures. So, for example, if I was sending a girl invite, I was sending an invite to my community where I live. I can
Mhm.
say dress up like you are in your soft girl era. Everyone
Hmm.
understands what soft girl era means where I stay. I asked Shivo that, do you know what it means? And he's like, I have no idea. If I bring those words, because AI is thinking that's how I need to write. I need to write a Mahadev post like that. But the community, if I use the same language, if I do not, so now I have to understand the communities even more than I did earlier. Okay, because AI is going to use the soft, because when it talks about Lokpal, it's saying that, okay, you know what? Don't be in your soft girl. You want to be in your hustle culture, right? What is my Mahadev community going to relate to that? So this who am I becomes even more important. And you know what? Who am I? And if you think emotional signature sounds cooler, but it is completely the wrong idea. And that is why AI is Mohini. It is going to sound so much better than your real raw, hard hitting, resonating stuff.
Yeah.
And that really made me ask Shivo that burning question that I have is, what are the qualities we need to be aware of so that AI remains a tool and not our master?
I'll tell
Right.
you one thing. I'll tell you
You know?
one thing, guys. I'll tell you one thing, guys, if my voice is clear. Okay. So, Mansi and sir, you
Puneet
have
has
done,
had his hand up. Alka, just wait, okay? Let's just finish this point. We'll call you for questions.
yeah.
Puneet
It's
has
not
had his
question. I
hand up,
just
but
want to add one point. So the AI tools, what you have told, there is no tool which has been done yet, which will talk on Indian context. Okay, they are all on multilinguals, like the Sarvanan or some. There is one called as Krutrim, and there is one tool called as Yellow.ai, or I can tell you there is one tool, sir, which is called as this Uniphone or this Wipro, TCS, and all. They are building also one tool which is enterprise based, but they are all this language and the context of business models. They are not
Alka,
built on, yeah. You
Alka,
No,
understood
no,
what
I
I'm
let's
saying?
say we have done all that. Okay. Now
yeah,
let me
Yeah.
explain something which AI can never be. Okay. Let's say we have done that perfectly. But now let me go to next level. There is something called cosmic intelligence. Okay. Now let us understand the difference between AI and CI, the cosmic intelligence. Okay. So AI is, there is some experience you have lived, you have also understood. So our own experiences, most of them we don't understand. Okay. And even a little, very little of that we share. That's what the AI is. Okay. So this knowledge interacting with knowledge. Okay. What is cosmic intelligence? Let us understand the cosmic intelligence. Cosmic intelligence is all the experiences I have lived, they all are there in my soul. Okay. Now my soul is widespread in the whole space. That is Aham Brahmasmi. Okay. So in this space has all the intelligence of all the creatures, all the experiences they have ever lived, and all those different frequencies, vibrations are there, and they are interacting with each other. Okay. Now just imagine how vast that reservoir is in comparison to AI. I would say AI is not even 1 billionth of that cosmic intelligence. Are you getting it? Not even 1 billionth. Problem is, we have forgotten how to tap the cosmic intelligence. And I believe that when the AI has come, the intelligent humans, they will rediscover their connection with the cosmic intelligence. Because they know that artificial intelligence, all the knowledge reservoir, AI is going to take care. So why I am to bother about that? Let me learn how to connect to the cosmic intelligence. Because that is something AI can never do. Because AI can never be Aham Brahmasmi. In fact, I would be very happy it becomes Aham Brahmasmi. Then we have created a new race. We become the gods actually. I'll be very happy if it becomes that. But it will never. Because What is the soul? Soul is that electromagnetic field which is spread all across the cosmos in the whole space. Okay, that is how we are at the level of cosmic intelligence. That's how the infinite being are communicating with each other. That's how the synchronicities happen. AI can never create synchronicities. Okay, but humans can create synchronities through connecting with CI, the cosmic intelligence. So I feel this is a domain humans have to tap now. Become conscious. This is the meaning of consciousness, that I connect with every being in this whole universe. That is consciousness, right? Not just their known part, not just the knowledge they have, not just what they have fed into the AI, but everything they have experienced through their journey of billions of years. That is cosmic intelligence. So you can imagine how small, how meager AI is in comparison to cosmic intelligence. And that is a challenge, or that is what the AI can enable us by making us free from analyzing the past knowledge, get into this moment, connect with the cosmic intelligence. Yeah, Mansi. Puneet wanted to say something. No?
Puneet has been up for a while. Puneet, you still here?
Yeah, I
Hi,
am.
Puneet.
Okay. So I was, in fact, thank you for closing on such a profound and positive message. I wanted to share some, sir, I have a very similar point of view because right now we're still at the nascent stages. The next stage is going to be artificial general intelligence, when AI will have common sense. The one after that, by 2030 or 40, will be artificial super intelligence, when it'll become even better than us. And the biggest challenge would be humans will not be able to take decisions because we would have given our decisions to them. So if we don't start doing what you're saying, we don't start taking more responsibility for how we're using, we lose that cognitive power of taking decisions as well. So I think what you ended with,
Rather, I would say
that's
we tap into the power of, we learn to be more intuitive. We offer all what we know.
absolute.
We create questions. We ask questions to the space. You ask to AI, but you ask to the space, and the answer comes. In fact, if you want to experience that, I invite all of you to our Chaurasi Mahadev and life coaching program. You will find this program fabulous, and you will connect with the cosmic vibrational fields there, where the field answers your questions intuitively. So, in case you want to join that, I invite all of you to join. It's there. It's there every Sunday, 10:30 a.m. You are most welcome to join it tomorrow. In case you want to join, just please give your names so that we can, add you to the group. Yeah, Mansi. So,
Sure, sir.
finally coming to the book. So, this book was supposed to be the again knowledge that has gone to the past, but something miraculous happened with the book. It started to answer the questions, and in very shocking ways. It started to take people. Suppose you have a question and you open a page from the book, it will exactly take you what you need to deal with. So it has become a bridge between the known and the unknown. Okay. So the knowledge you see there is known, but the unknown, the God, the divinity, the cosmos, the cosmic mind chooses what, which of the knowledge you should apply. You are not choosing that, okay, let me find the answer of my question there in the book logically. No, it is you are being guided. Okay, look here. And so many times it will point you to look into what you have never thought actually, right? That's where your solution exists. Again, from unknown. Yeah,
And
Mansi.
different people with different questions will look at the same exact line and be taken to different unknowns. So the book has become known dimension. Shiva, should we end with do we have time to end with a message from the book for everyone? Like just one message? Or what is it? Do we have, and Alka and Puneet and everyone who participate, I really appreciate your questions. And I also appreciate your comments, how you are dealing with AI and everything. So you're welcome for more
Really,
insightful
yeah,
discussion.
I'm very,
I
very
really
thankful
appreciate it.
because it is
We don't
interaction
have
like
time
these.
today, but yeah,
Yeah. So we started to have
participation.
these, Mansi,
Yeah,
we started to have these interactions during the Ganesh Utsav when we
yes,
had the theme during every Ganesh Utsav, we have a theme. Last year, the theme was Beyond
beyond
Artificial
AI,
Intelligence. And that's
beyond.
when we started to have this conversation, the spiritual dimension, which we need to know in the era of AI.
Yeah,
And it
so
is the kind of conversation we had today. We have had so many of them. And that's
yes.
how our own understanding is evolving. So I really, my heartful thank to everyone for participating in this, which allowed us to explore beyond whatever we knew actually. We have gained a lot by tapping into what we did not know actually. And it is not even collectively I knew and all of us knew. No, we were interacting, the answers, the insights were coming from space. So it is the collective expansion of knowledge. Yeah, Mansi, thank you. Yeah.
And Shivo and Mansi, before I drop off, first of all, thank you so much. You guys started thinking about this and raise your voice. What I was thinking since from a long when I started adopting AI tools. Honestly, this is my heartiest thanks to both of you. My support is always there with all of you. Any help you guys need as a volunteer, I'm always there for you people.
No, no, please join us. You will have, you and us, we will have ample opportunities to
Please,
Yeah.
go
please,
into
please.
deeper
I
insights.
love to help you guys.
Meenu, can you connect us to Alka? Yeah, you're on mute. I can't hear you. Oh, sorry.
I'll share your number with her. No problem.
And join us
Please.
tomorrow, Alka. Okay,
Yeah,
don't miss
I
the
think I
session.
would love to see you. Agar
Definitely.
aap so anyone you're free at 10:30, or if you can just come in and I think Dimple was asking. Dimple, it's Be a Cosmic Channel in the Era of Chaos by Shivo. It's and if you would like to connect to the book or to connect to us, let us know. We would love to. We thrive on mutual learning and from known jumping to the unknown, leaping into the unknown. And our journey invites many inquiring seekers. So wonderful to have you all.
Thank you so much for that wonderful talk. And you really amalgamated AI and the cosmic intelligence beautifully. Definitely, AI has limitation. It lacks that human touch, which only people like you can supply. And I came across a concern about it also that our data is being stolen by it because it has access to everything online. So most people had this concern that our personal data is also being stolen by AI. So it has many limitations. So
Meenu, at this point, I'm just okay with, I mean, of course, not with giving personal information, but it's okay because we are not that known. But for someone who is famous and a celebrity, I feel,
there are many who are very concerned about it. It's
and it
so,
is, it is, yeah, and they should be concerned. We should be concerned about it.
concerned,
Yes.
yeah. Your creativity is being stolen.
Mansi, you
So
want to
that,
give the final message
yeah,
Do
please.
on the book?
we have one thing for all of us? Is everyone game? I know it's late. Just give me a thumbs up if you would like to receive. Like, we will do a collective message for everyone. Okay,
Okay,
Dimple?
sure,
Yeah,
sure, sure.
Shabana. Okay. Yeah. So, sure. Okay, so let's connect. Everyone, connect with your body. Connect to the space around you. We connect to Shiva. We connect to our own guides, masters, devas, angels. And we connect to the book, Be a Cosmic Channel, at our 13th Mavin Festival and ask, what is the guidance for me? Okay. Shivu, the name of the chapter is unconscious. It is a different thing, but it is unconscious forgiving is spiritual ideatory. And the question is that why do conscious people fall into karmic bondage again and again? So it's like Arjun's question that he got divine guidance, but then he fell to fight the war, but then he goes into guilt. Like, why do we get into karmic bondage? Like, is this important for anyone? Has anyone been thinking about whether I should forgive, or this person is not understanding, do I need to forgive? Or they think that we are conscious, how do we not fall into this karmic loop again and again? Has anyone been thinking about this, or is this question important to anyone? Because if you've been thinking about it, then there's an answer. And of course,
At some level, it must be in everybody's mind. That's why it's come up.
yeah. So Meenaji is thinking about it. Meenaji, which part were you? And then, of course, Shubho, there's a synthesis process here.
No, Mansi, I have to say that at least me, I've been in that state for past 3-4 days, where, as I said, that I realized that something probably I'm encountering or I'm witnessing the first pattern that got created in this journey. At the, when there was Sati Yuga, in that particular life, probably this pattern got created where I had taken so much responsibility. And at that stage of consciousness, it was fine. But as the patches of low consciousness came, that responsibility became a burden. And from that came the issue of irritation. Okay. And I've been seeing for past 3 days, all that irritation is just releasing, it just merging in space. So all our karmic bondages, they stay in us like the erupting emotions that are stored inside us, bottled inside us. And I feel the message is that for our karmic bondage to release, the bottled up emotions need to release. I think this is a message for the group.
Is this clear to everyone that, think of, Shiva, can you make it more simpler? Like,
And today's theme is emotions, right?
it's conflict. Like, Meenu, what was the theme for today? Not just our talk.
Inner fragment, yeah. Inner
fragmentation to inner coherence.
Coherence.
Inner
Shiva,
coherence,
this is
yes.
what causes.
So this
Yes.
is the discoherence, the emotions that are bottled inside us. Okay, so actually the message has come for the inner coherence. How do we achieve the inner coherence? Is by dissolving our karmic bondages, by letting go of the emotions that are bottled inside us. So maybe just we can connect with maybe there is a field right now that will release us of these kind of bottled emotions. So can we invite all of you, just connect with the emotions that are bottled inside you. Just connect with those emotions.
Just close your
Could be
eyes for a couple
fear,
of minutes.
anger, anything. Fear, anger, jealousy, greed, revenge, anything that is bottled inside you. irritation, burden, possessiveness, whatever it could be. Feel that emotion in your body and feel the space around you. Let your emotions go in that space. Let these emotions release in that space. So we don't have time, but you can do this exercise while you're going to the bed, and this field still be active, will still be active. So you can experience the release of emotions tonight. And if it happens before you go to bed, then the process will continue for whole night, and you will get up in a very different state tomorrow morning. So
You'll get
thank you
up
very
in
much.
yeah, you will get up
Sorry.
in a state of coherence.
Yeah, you will get up in the state of coherence. Yes.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So
Thank you
today's
for
will
Thank
be
you
the
very much.
unpacking
longest.
that so
Uh,
beautifully.
what I'm saying is, it will be the longest session. Maybe it hasn't ended yet. We'll end tomorrow morning.
We'll continue till tomorrow morning.
Yes, I really invite everyone, because I'm feeling that field is there which will help you release your emotions. That field is there right now with all of us. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you
Thank
so
you
much.
Thank you so much for that blessing for everyone. Thank you. It was awesome. So we'll conclude for the day, and it has been a superb session. I'm sure those who have missed can catch up the recording also. And tomorrow we'll meet again to look at how we move from disconnection to deep presence. So thank you everyone so